You're listening to From Our Lens, a podcast for photographers and brides where we dive into all things weddings.
Whether you're a pro behind the lens or a bride-to-be, we've got you covered.
Join in on the conversation and take it from the gals who have been to a wedding or two.
Grab your camera or your wedding planner and tune in for our hot wedding takes. Let's focus on your forever. Hello, how are you, Jordan?
I'm good. How are you, Sarah?
Good. Another week. We're back.
Another week. Oh, God.
Yeah.
It feels like this summer, I don't know, maybe it just hit me. Maybe it's because it's August now. It's halfway through August. I don't even want to say that, but this summer has gone so fast.
And this month is flying by, thankfully, kind of.
What? But... Thankfully? I don't think that's a good thing. I feel like I still have summer things to do. I have so much stuff to do.
I've done nothing this summer. Work.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It makes me sad.
So sad. I know.
Well,
yeah.
I've been trying to do more stuff than I usually do because I usually again just work all summer, so I've been trying to enjoy it more. I think I've done more than most years, so I should be proud, but I still feel like it's not enough. I still feel like
this episode, I was joking to Jordan before. I was like, we should call it mid-season meltdowns because we're at the middle of busy season and we're kind of melting down. Not really, but I don't know. Before I was I don't know. It used to be worse. I think we've definitely gotten better, but it's still not great. I think we could still improve our work-life balance, but that's kind of what we want to talk about in this episode. What happens in busy season, the pros and cons, and people really think that, photography is such a dream because you get your winter off and you only work in the summer and it's easy breezy, but
no.
I don't know. Right now I'm sheesh, what am I doing?
I know, we always hit this point and then it's we feel better in November.
Yes.
And then we're let's do it again. And then
in the spring, we're we have the best job ever.
We do. But sometimes it feels a little, chaotic. That's all.
Yeah. But I guess we'll start before we get into the gloom and doom. How was your wedding weekend, Jordan?
Good. Well, I can't remember the last time we talked. Yeah.
Last week, I think.
I had a wedding and then I went and was a guest at a wedding. And then again, I had another wedding the next Saturday. I can't remember when we talked last. I mean, I think it was
last week.
Yeah. So, I mean, I had another wedding. It was great. I had a little bit too much fun at the one that I attended as a guest. But
that's good.
Well, it wasn't good the next day, but
fair enough.
I feel for all you guests. I know what it's like now.
Yeah. But when you're a vendor every weekend and then you finally get to be a guest, it's oh, this is kind of nice.
Yeah, I'm whoop.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Let loose.
And then my wedding that I just had yesterday was so beautiful. It was very intimate, small, it was in their yard. And she pretty much made everything. Her dress she made. She didn't make it, but she tore a dress apart and custom made it for herself. Made her necklace, made her earrings, made pretty much everything. And it was very just small, I don't know. Just, I love weddings like that because it's just very intimate and nice and you can really just feel the love. At one point we were just having mimosas together. It wasn't a busy day. It was so nice to just chill. It's nice when it's nice when my couples can enjoy it. I feel that's fun when we're just sitting there having mimosas for a few minutes. It's not just so busy that you have no time to relax. So it was really good. How was yours? You've had some fun ones too.
Yeah, I had 2 last weekend and then 1 this weekend, but it was a childhood friend of mine. So it was really special. And, when you're shooting a friend or someone you're close with when you're shooting their wedding, it's so different because there's so many more emotions and you kind of, things about their family and things that would be meaningful to them. And it's just so special to be able to shoot those kind of weddings because you see it differently And I don't know, I was so emotional all day. Like, as soon as I walked into the girls getting ready, I looked at her sister and we both started bawling.
I was going to ask you cried, hey? I was going to say, did you cry all day?
Oh my goodness. Especially when she walked down the aisle. And usually, like, I'm stone cold at weddings. Like, I'm pretty good at, like, I don't know, not crying. I'm not really an emotional person, but yeah, not yesterday, I guess. Saturday, I was, like, very emotional.
No, but I've done a few friends' wedding too, and it's like, it's always like that. It's almost more special than being a guest because you get to, like, be there for the whole day.
100%. Like, you get to be in it and, like, you see all the things that even the bridal party doesn't see, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was really special. And, yeah, it's just, you know, when, like, all of our, like, high school friends were there and stuff, and they're like, stay. And it's so hard when you're the photographer because it's like, this is your every weekend. You still have to go home. I just shoot the next day. And it was like, I can't. Like, even though I wanted to stay, and, like, I stayed for a bit after, but I wanted to stay and have fun and enjoy the party. But it's like, like, if I would have, the next day probably would have been a write-off, and you just can't do that in busy season. So
no,
it kind of shows that, like, and right now it's like the grind is on. Like, you have to get those weddings called. You have to get them edited. So I feel like right now I'm like pretty strict on myself. Like, I allowed myself to stay for like 2 hours after and visit and enjoy it. But I was like, no, I need to get home. I need to go to bed. I need to get editing done tomorrow. So yeah, that's kind of, this past weekend was like a reality check of like, you have to kind of allow yourself, but also it's a balance, right? Like, it's hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I know. I've definitely, like, I've actually this year, I've almost decided, like you said, to, like, let myself stay and enjoy some weddings. Like, some weddings I will stay and hang out with everybody. But yeah, you have to know when to say no, because you have to remember that, like, you have to work the next day. You have to 100%. Get the wedding cold and send them sneak peeks the next day if that's what you do. Like, that's what I do. So it's always like, if I stay up all night, then I need to get my crap together the next day.
Oh, totally.
I can't just be a write-off. Yeah.
No, it's so hard. And people don't really get that either. They're like, stay, like, put your cameras away. You're good. And it's like, I don't know. It's so hard.
It's like, listen, we want to. We really want to. Yeah. It's not that we don't.
No.
Yeah. Oh, frick.
And that's kind of like, I really wanted to talk about, like, this kind of stuff today because, I don't know, I was listening to a podcast earlier today and they were talking about, like, the longevity of being a photographer and busy season and what burnout does to you. And it's kind of insane what photographers, I don't know. What do you think about
I agree. Yeah. No, I totally agree. Like, yeah. I can talk about this. Actually, this is perfect right now because I feel like last year, I kept myself so busy all summer. Like, almost too busy. I think I probably was too busy because I was so overwhelmed last summer with so many sessions to edit. I was always editing. I couldn't go out and enjoy the sunshine. I couldn't, like, have a good summer. So this year, not that it was specifically on purpose, but the way this year, like, has turned out, I'm still busy, but not as busy as last year, which, thank the Lord. But yeah. But it's allowed me to, like, sit down and reflect and say, like, oh, wow, like, yeah, I'm not as busy as I was last year, but, like, this is actually great for my mental health and it helps me be better because I'm enjoying my, like, life. And then when I go do shoots, I can fully put in that 100% instead of the 90% that I'd be putting in when I'm almost too busy. Right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, it's just so refreshing. And it's not that I did it on purpose. It's just the way this year turned out, right? And, like, every year's different. Like, you can't, as an entrepreneur and, like, in a business for us, like, that is kind of like customer service, not customer service, but, like, I guess, like, we're sales, like, our business isn't just, like, guaranteed, right? Like, we're in the service industry, so you never really know what to expect what each year. You kind of will have an idea, but you never know how the year's going to turn out. But, like, sometimes having, like, a slower season than, like, the last season necessarily isn't a bad thing. Like, it's letting me, like, reflect. It's letting me have time for other things. It's letting me enjoy my shoots a lot more. And it's really refreshing.
And I think, like, part of that is I was thinking about, you know, like, how do you fix the burnout? Because I feel like I'm in a good place right now where I'm not burnt out because I really don't have shoots very much in the week. Like I take like maybe one a week.
Mm-hmm.
And last summer I was the same as you. I was just like pumping it out, getting as many shoots in as I could.
Yeah.
Literally had no life last summer. My body, I was so sick. I was like not well. And that's you sacrifice your personal life, you sacrifice your health, and like burnout, it shows physically. Like even a couple weeks ago, I was on antibiotics because I had an infection in my body. And it's like, that was my body saying, hey, you're doing too much. Like you need to chill out. So I went to the lake and I left and actually like it was so funny because so I got that infection. I was on the antibiotics and I went to the lake and my phone stopped working. Like it would turn on, but the screen was frozen. And I was at the lake, no service, whatever. So I couldn't talk to anyone. And I had these like 2 days where it was like, oh, I can't even look at my phone. Like I don't have to talk to anyone.
So peaceful.
It was kind of creepy that it like the universe was being like, stop.
Yeah, it was relax. Like, turn that thing off, throw it in the lake.
Yeah, literally. But I had to go buy a brand new phone, which also was not fun. But you can't obviously not have a phone. So yeah. I think like there's different ways that your body and your life shows you, but it's still so freaking hard to say no and to say to brides, like, it's going to take an extra couple weeks because, you know, I have to function still. And like, it's not fair to those other brides if you're burnt out and you're showing up to their wedding completely drained.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you have to be your best self. And I think that just, you know, having a life outside of photography and still like not letting it, like it's easy to work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like honestly, it's so easy. And then when you're not, like I find the hardest thing for me in the summer is the anxiety you get when you're not working. Like
you know what?
I felt panic attacks.
I felt that so much last year when I was extremely busy. Not this year because I've taken like less on and like it's not as crazy. Last year it was so bad. Like I would be editing till midnight, and then the next day I'd be like, "Hey, I need to get up at like 9 and edit for a bit," and then I'd like be like. My friends would ask me to hang out and I'd really want to go hang out because I'm like, it's good for the soul to hang out with your friends and your family. And then like, I'm like, frick, I can't because I have to get this shoot done tonight. It's due today. And then I just legitimately didn't have time to like do anything. And then you feel bad when you do, but your body needs to do stuff. Your body needs to like go out for a walk or like go to the lake and sit in the sun for a few hours. Like
100%.
It's not good not to do that.
Yeah. And if that means, you know, you need to take that time, you need to explain, and it's part of it, and it's so hard to do, but it's like, otherwise you're burnt out, you're not producing the work that people are hiring you to, so yeah, it's all part of it, but it's so, yeah, that doom that like comes when you're not working in the summer.
I feel that too. Like, even when there's a sunset and I'm, like, not shooting it, I'm just like, okay, I'm wasting the sunset. And it's like, no, I need to rewire my brain here because it's like, no, I'm not wasting it. If I don't have a shoot tonight, I need to go and enjoy the sunset for myself. Like, because I don't have a shoot doesn't mean I'm wasting it. Like, I need to go out and drive around and enjoy it that way. It doesn't mean that I'm wasting the sunset because I don't have a shoot. Like, just, I don't know, rewiring my brain. Even if I go and like go for an afternoon walk around town, like I've been doing that more often just to like chill out a little bit, like still enjoy it in a different way. Yeah.
Because it's easy just to be in a cocoon in your house and not. But I think another thing that I've been really thinking about lately is the longevity of wedding photography as a career. Because like, you know, when you're starting to settle down in life, you're thinking about marriage and kids and yada yada. It's like, I don't know, I've had this anxiety lately about, okay, what's my career gonna look like in 5 years when I want to start having kids and they have things that they want to do on the weekends and your life revolves around weddings. Like, this is a really good career for us right now because, you know, we're young, we can do it. Like,
there's
nothing money.
There's nothing holding you back. Yeah.
Nothing holding us back. But what happens when, and like, even this summer, I've really, out of any summer, felt like the FOMO of not being with my family, being with my friends. Because if you think about it, all the big things that happen in the summer happen on the weekends. And when we have weddings on a Saturday, that takes up your whole weekend. especially when you're traveling or,
Yeah.
and then you're exhausted the next day. So like, what do you think the longevity of being a wedding photographer is?
No, I think I totally agree with you. I think the longevity depends on what you're willing to do to keep it going. Because I think that if you still love weddings, nothing wrong with saying I'm only taking 2 a month and then you have 2 weekends to yourself. I think that I agree with the family. Like you can't really enjoy that time with your family when you don't have the time.
And it's the weekends. Like most people work Monday to Friday, right?
I think there's nothing wrong with evolving and saying, hey, like I'm only gonna, as a photographer, I'm only taking 2 weddings a month.
Yeah, but the thing with that's hard is that pretty much means the only way to, provide for yourself and to make this a career and your only job is to increase your pricing. And then, because if you're going from taking 6 weddings a month to 2 weddings a month, and you want to live the same life and like 5 years for us, like we're not ready to retire. Like we're still, living our lives. Like, and that's another thing in itself. Like, so I think
it's a hard topic. It's a hard topic.
Like, glorified. Like people think it's like this amazing job and you just get to go to weddings but it's like, it's not like a long-term totally career, unless you go and you do families or, but if you want to make money as a photographer, you kind of have to do weddings. Like, I don't know. It's so hard. Like these have been like eating at my brain lately. And that's kind of a reason why we're doing this podcast.
Yeah. I think too, there's nothing wrong with just like going with the flow. I mean, I think maybe sitting down and saying, I don't know what my next 5 years is going to be. Maybe that's the thing stressing you out. Like what?
It is.
I mean, I maybe I'm different than you in that way because it's like, I don't even think about that.
It's so true.
Okay. Because I'm a very like go with the flow person, but I think if I came to the point where I'm like, I can't, like, I want to enjoy this more. I don't know. I would just be like, okay, only 2 weddings a month.
And like you think about, okay, so I remember I think it was you that did when we were at Nate, you did a work experience with a photographer that said like she has such bad arthritis in her hands now from shooting weddings and holding these big cameras that she literally had to stop. Like she just couldn't do weddings anymore. I don't think that was you that told me.
No, I don't think it was me.
It was a Calgary photographer, but she was in her like early 40s, late 30s.
That would make me so sad.
She couldn't do it anymore because it was so hard on her body, because I don't think you realize, like I gave someone my strap on Saturday, like my camera strap, and put it on them, and they were like, what? And it was like with our lightest lenses, like not even the heavy ones that we use in the reception and ceremony. They're like, you carry this thing around all day?
Yeah, it's wild.
But it's the wear and tear on your body. But I think I would like to get into more photography education, and I've been really drawn to that lately. So for me, I think that's my winter goal this year, is to figure out more education, whether it's for brides or for photographers. Like I would love to make a guide for a new bride on like, this is what you need to do, because these are the things we talk to every couple about on their engagement shoot. Like, what vendors have you booked? Where have you gone wedding dress shopping? So I think that's an option for photographers if you're looking to, okay, you can't shoot weddings for 30 years. Like, that's just not.
No, and then like, branching out.
Can't do it on your body. Yeah.
I think a lot of people like wedding photography because of like the story and like how like a wedding is and the story of that. And that's why they're like drawn to it. So I don't know if for some people that, I mean, I know this is still photography, but like if you can't physically do weddings anymore, you hit that point. I think there's still ways you can like be a photographer and still tell the story and stuff as much as a wedding does, but in normal sessions, like doing more documentary work and still telling a story in that way.
Yeah. Like expanding your family sessions or your, that's cool. Yeah. There's lots of different ways, I guess. Like,
or even still staying in the like wedding industry, but just branching out into a different niche. So what I mean by that is like bartending. Okay, that's like really offside. No. Okay, I'll start with bartending.
Technically, you're still in the wedding industry.
No. Okay, so like I it's just the first thing that came to my mind.
But I love that's the first thing that came to your mind.
Bartending, wedding planning. Wedding planning is one of those ones where it's probably equally as hard on your body and like even more work, but it's not photography.
Oh yeah, those wedding planners are ripping around all day.
Yeah, but like officiating, being like a wedding rental like setup person, like just
maybe you want to be a
florist. Like there's still very creative ways to still like be in the wedding industry, because I think for myself, if I got to the point where I couldn't be a wedding photographer anymore, I really do love weddings, but there's different industries you can do it where it's not taking up your whole weekend. Like if you're a florist, for example, you can get their bouquets done during the week and then you just have to have them pick them up and then you don't have to work the weekend.
No.
Right? So there's
or you
still
have someone else, if you really wanted to go that weekend, someone else can
like there's still different ways to be a part of that, because I think a lot of us do it because we love weddings and love the whole part of it, but there's still ways to be a part of it without putting your body through that.
Oh, totally. And I think taking less is a big thing, that because we both love it so much, and the thing that I think about is like I don't see myself not doing this.
No, me either.
Like in no time, like 5 years, but it's like you have to figure out more of a work-life balance, because right now, like you're doing better and I need to like take notes from you, but I feel like I'm still kind of struggling with it. But
I didn't do it on purpose, Sarah. It's just like I think the universe was like sorry if you're watching on YouTube, I just gave myself a thumbs up by accident.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. That's hilarious.
But I didn't do this on purpose, but I think maybe I don't know, I'm gonna sound really intuitive for a second, but like
it's good.
The universe just decided, and it like I really did need it this year to like relax and focus on the art of it and my summer and my life, and the universe was like, okay, here you go. And honestly, like I didn't do it on purpose, so but
and I think it's important for clients to know that though, that like it does help photographers. Like when you see them enjoying their lives, like don't be upset that they're not editing your photos right in that moment, because then when they are, it's more intentional. They're being more creative. Like you get the quality of work this summer, and like I still have a little bit, you know, I need to figure out my work-life balance a bit, but like compared to last summer, like night and day.
Yeah, I know. I feel that
so
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there's definitely some work to be done with that, but also it's like, oh, it's freaking hard, man. That's what I have to say. On a different topic, I guess. What do you think the pros and cons, or I guess it's kind of the same topic. What do you think the pros and cons are of being your own boss and being an entrepreneur and like doing this kind of career? Because
I can talk about this all day long. Okay. Well, you know me. If anybody knows me, you know exactly what I'm about to say. Sarah could probably guess, but yes, you know, I complain about this every day. Being your own boss is great until you can't focus, and then you do 60 million things at one time and then nothing gets done. That's my problem. But I'm working through it. That's what it is.
Actively working on it.
I'm actively working on it. And if that means putting my phone in my bedroom while I'm editing so that I'm not TikToking. The thing is, for me, and I'm working on this, so like don't be judging me, but like for me, I have 60 ideas going through my head at all parts of the day. So like it's almost to the point where like things are flying around in there so fast that I can't even write it down to like remember what I'm supposed to do.
I love it.
But
that's so real though. It's so like,
no, because you're your own boss and you do everything. It's not like you're at work and your boss gives you a task of 10 things on your little to-do list and you just do them and check them off. Like I can do that, but then it's like, oh, I'm going to add 60 more things, and then I can't get anything done because there's 70 things on my to-do list. And then I have a nap. So
yeah. No, that's so fair. That's why I bought this little walking pad thing. Like I've seen this on TikTok a bajillion times, and I was like, that's so stupid. Like that can't do anything, but it makes you focus. Like it makes, cause like I have a walking pad and then a rising desk.
Yeah.
And I put my computer on it, and it makes you just hone in and focus. And the amount of editing I can get done, in the hour that I'm on that walking pad is insane. Like, I think just because my one hand's on my computer, my other hand's like holding the desk, so I can't touch my phone.
Okay.
And because like, it's like, oh, a bride's texting me. I got to answer that right now. Oh, this person sent me this on Instagram, or like, you know, I should make this real. Oh, I should post this on, you know.
And also our phones ding so much that like, even if you're like subconsciously like not trying to pay attention, you're always like half distracted.
Yeah. So I put my phone on my other desk and I just stand there, walk, and I bust out so many edits. Like, I edited a whole wedding ceremony in like half an hour. I was like, I am a magician.
Nice.
I've never done this in my life. Pat myself on the back.
Round of applause.
So God. If you're having issues being productive and like staying focused, I think, Jordan, you need the walking pad. Maybe. It just makes you focus. Maybe. Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, you're just getting a little bit of extra energy out. And something about
I've tried to do, and I have to remind myself, but if I turn on music and I put these on, I don't know what the like psychology about this is, but these are noise canceling. So like I put these on and the whole world disappears. I have just my music on and I plug into my computer and I edit and I can just get in the zone because I can't hear anything else. My phone's in the other room and the music is like enough. Like, cause usually I'll have a TV show going if I'm casually editing, but like for some reason this just like gets me in, like puts the blinders on because it's just like I can't hear anything else. Like, I don't know, but that's been helping me. Also too, like editing for an hour and then like getting up and like having a dance break. Like, I know that sounds really crazy, honestly, but
doing something else.
No, like I'll edit for an hour and then I'll feel myself getting distracted because like I can only do it for so long. I'll be like, okay, I need to keep working, obviously, because I still have work to do, but let's take 10 minutes, put these on, like listen to some fun music, dance around the house, wash a few dishes, and then go back. And then I can keep going. So smart. Check my phone and then put it away again and then go back to it. Like, I don't know.
Because on the back end of that too, it's hard when you're at home and you have your work and then you have all your personal things. And it's like, okay, you're mopping the floors. Oh, but I should be editing. And like, you're watching your TV show. Oh, I should be working while I'm doing this. And then mixing those things too like, that's not always the best thing because you're not giving either thing 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's so hard to like turn it off and then turn it back on, and actually sitting in your office and editing and not sitting on your couch and editing. That's like my biggest one. Because I don't know.
I feel that. Hard. No, I feel that.
And there's good things too. Like, being your boss,
I was going to say, those are the cons, I would say. But for pros, like, there are lots of pros. We get to make our own schedule. If we have to go to the doctor at 9:00, we can go to the doctor at 9:00 instead of 100%. Like missing half a day of work. We just go and come back.
If you want to go for lunch or go shopping that afternoon, then you can edit in the evening. Like, you can really, obviously, I think everyone knows the pros to being your own boss because everyone wants to be their own boss.
Everybody thinks about the pros, but no one thinks about the cons.
No, and we're not trying to be negative Nancy's over here, but
also the cons,
the reality.
No, it is. Too, like, I know it's not tax season, but like the stuff that you have to do that no one likes to do, like your taxes and dealing with like website issues,
and emails, and
customer service, like all the little things that like you wouldn't have to deal with if you were just working at a company and doing a certain job because the boss would deal with that. And like, we have to 100%. Deal with that. So it's just one more thing.
I think with any job, obviously, there's pros and cons. And whether you're working 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, like, it's just all part of it. But the balance thing is so hard.
And then another con too is just, like, well, I guess we talked about this already, but just being your own boss and just having the willpower to say, nope, I work today.
Yeah, totally. Or saying, nope, I'm not working today. That is even harder. Because for me, I'll work all day, every day. That does not bother me. But making myself not work, like my mom was like, oh, your little cousins are coming over tomorrow for a swim. Do you want to come? And I'm like, I would love to, but am I going to enjoy it and be present? Probably not, because I'm going to be anxious because I have a list this big of things to do, right? So it's so hard. It's like you have to force yourself to just like shut it off. But also there's so much coming up this week. I'm like, I can't.
I know.
I guess on a more exciting note, we have a very fun week coming up.
Yeah, so I'm coming to Sarah's neck of the woods Wednesday to shoot another wedding. We'll do some more recording, just genuinely hang out, which is always good. I always like to say it's chicken soup for the soul.
Yeah, it honestly
hang out.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We have a really exciting wedding on Friday or
Thursday. Yeah. And then I'm going back home to shoot another wedding Saturday.
And I've got one here Saturday, so
yeah.
We are busy girls. Yeah, and what else? What else are you doing, Jordan, to keep sane so far this wedding season?
I've been like romanticizing my life, and I know that sounds like the whitest girl thing to say, but like, no, but
you really have
explain this without. No, how do I explain this without sounding like a freaking white girl? Whatever. I don't even care. I'm a shameless white girl, I guess. But listen, make fun of me all you want, but it does help me. So what I've been trying to do is like, if I'm feeling cute one day, I will make a cute little TikTok or take some selfies or whatever. I bought some coffee stuff for my house so that I can shamelessly have my pumpkin spice lattes at home without having to go buy them. I've been trying to like, what I mean romanticize, I guess, is like record the things in my life that like when I'm feeling really good, record them so I can remember it and like romanticize it and make it a bigger deal than like it seems, because doing little things like that for some weird reason just make me feel better. I don't know. And I don't even know like why. But doing the little things like that, I don't know. It just gives me joy. And I think even if it's not that, but finding the little things in your life that bring you joy and just making more of an effort of doing those things helps.
Yeah. I need to take advice from you because I haven't. Oh, you got a thumbs up again.
Well, thank you. I don't know. This ghost is telling me that it likes my.
Yeah, must be. We're using a new recording system today. So we're like, having fun with it. But I need to do that. I feel like this season I've definitely been more balancing work-life balance. That didn't really make any sense, but I've been trying to be more intentional with time with my people. And being present during my shoots. Like I've really noticed whether it's from doing this or maybe my prefrontal cortex, whatever, is just hopping off lately. But I have noticed like a different. Are you laughing at me?
Yeah, give me a moment. No, I'm laughing in my head. I'm trying not to laugh out loud, but I don't mean it in a bad way. I don't mean it in a bad way.
It's so true though. But like something lately has switched in me, and I think honestly it's partially because of this podcast. Because
I was going to say, Sarah, I'm feeling the same way. Yeah. So it's definitely, I think it's what we're doing.
It's creating a level of self-awareness, and it's helping in my shoots because I'm noticing I'm a lot more present. I'm a lot more like conscious of like how I'm explaining things. And like, I think just recording and then editing and having to listen to myself talk, I'm like, yo, that doesn't make sense. Like you should say this better. So yeah, overall, lately I've just been feeling really good and my health is really good. And, just kind of slowing down with life, I've noticed really helping this year.
Yeah. I think that's just the overall theme of like, I think this podcast it does help you when you put things into words and like you really think about the reasons we do that. Like I think about it, but I never like put it out into the universe about why we do things. And then we do here. And then it like just kind of all comes full circle.
Totally. Yeah. We're growing up.
Oh God. Oh yeah, we both have birthdays next month too, so like we really are growing up.
Something special for our birthday, like on the pod.
We should.
I don't know what it could be.
We could eat birthday cake together. We can just Well, it'll actually just be an ASMR video of us eating birthday cake.
Maybe we can have birthday cake wine. Birthday cake and wine.
Yeah, we need to do something fun. I'm sorry. Whoever...
come here, we'll come up with something.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
I don't think we're going to see each other at all in September, are we?
I don't know.
So maybe we'll do something.
I mean, we'll see where the wind blows us.
I have an idea for her birthday.
What?
It's secret. We can't tell it on the pod.
Okay, TTYL. Oh, God.
Maybe we'll do that thing we've been talking about doing.
Oh, yeah!
For our birthdays. Because Jordan and I, our birthdays are what?
5 days apart.
5 days apart.
Yeah.
And we actually know how old Jordan is now because I reminded her a year younger than she thought she was. Go back.
I know. I'm so excited. Now I can be a young girl again.
Yeah. You just gained another year of your life. That is very exciting.
Yeah, honestly. Oh, frig.
But well, I'm excited to get together. It's going to be a fun couple of days.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm always excited to come up there.
We'll have some fun. We might do some batch recording too, which is always nice and helps us with the whole work-life balance thing.
Yeah, we're just going to practice what we preach. Should we end this episode off with something fun?
Ooh, yeah.
We should do. What if...
What about not a smasher pass, but like a something we've been loving with weddings this year and something we haven't been loving?
I don't know if I can think on the spot.
Well, what else can we do that's fun?
I don't know.
Truth or dare? Just kidding.
Dare.
I dare you to post on Instagram a session you haven't posted yet that you're having anxiety about posting. Just kidding.
That's rude.
Oh, no, I don't mean like in a bad way, but like Jordan and I both get anxiety about posting in general. Like even if we're proud of our work, we get anxiety about it. Like post right now, like just like post 5 photos.
I don't have them on my phone.
We'll get them. Just kidding.
I will after this episode.
Really?
I have to post today, so I'll do it.
Oh, okay. What should mine be?
Truth or dare?
Dare.
I dare you to make a reel. No, not a reel. I dare you to post an Instagram story. A selfie.
Jordan. I don't do selfies.
I know, you need to.
No. I can't. I literally can't. I physically can't.
Yeah, but it can be. Here, hold your camera. It can be. People love to see. Okay, either you're posting a selfie or you're posting a video of yourself talking to the camera.
Like this?
No.
Can I share our podcast page and then I'll just be like,
no! No! One or the other.
Okay, wait. So I have to post a selfie or a video of me talking on my story?
Yeah. The fans love it.
Yours is so much easier.
Excuse me. Okay, fine. Cut.
Okay, what else? An easier one. That was really hard.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I don't take selfies.
You just posted one the other day.
A selfie?
At Maddie's wedding.
Oh, yeah, but I was half of my face.
Okay.
I've never been a selfie person. Ever. Unless if there's other people in it, then I'll take a selfie. But if it's just me.
I'm trying to think of something you don't do.
I should give you a harder one, then.
No. Don't do that. I dare you to re-edit a session from 4 years ago and post it.
2020?
Yes.
Okay, I dare you too.
Me?
Yours is too easy.
You already gave me one. Fine, I will.
Okay.
Great.
I feel like 4 years ago.
Yeah, we're gonna handshake on it.
2020. Okay.
Just, it's fine. I'm sure we both have one that would still vibe.
Do you have like a requirement on wedding engagement? No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Just in your new style, re-edit it and post something.
What do you think people think when photographers re-edit old sessions?
Well, I hope they like it because I've been doing it for months. Actually, you know what? I think people like it because I've done it a few times now.
And they like it.
And yeah, people want the pictures. Like, so I haven't re-edited like a full session, which is because that's a whole other beast, is like to re-edit a full session. But like
something I've been thinking about as like a winter, and I don't know if it's controversial or not, but like offering clients like for a set fee of whatever, like a wedding re-edit or like a.
I've thought of that too.
But is that bad? Like, I don't know if that's bad.
No. Well, I don't think it is. I mean, I think the way I've done it, like my style's so different than it would.
Well, yeah.
Used to me,
especially like from 2020. Like both of our styles were so different.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think it's bad at all.
I'm trying to think of what one I'm gonna do. I feel like I have posted ones from 2020 recently.
Well, you're doing good.
Or maybe 2021. I'm looking at my Instagram right now. Like, I think this was 2020.
Was it?
I think. Or maybe 2021. Maybe 2019.
Well, you're doing it again.
Okay, well, I'm excited because...
it can't be the same one then. It has to be a different one.
Okay, it has to be one that I haven't reposted since 2020. Is that a rule? Same with you?
Sure.
Perfect.
Wow, this is fun. We should do this every episode. No, we shouldn't.
I think we should do a truth or dare because I think it's important to like push ourselves, like push each other because we both know what each other should do.
Well, I know, but you won't do it, so.
Same with you, girlfriend.
I said I would do it.
I know.
You wouldn't do my first original plan.
But that one was really hard.
It's not. I post a selfie every day.
Yeah, but you take selfies every day. I don't take selfies at all.
What is that supposed to mean?
Just a fact.
I'm a selfie queen.
Yeah, I'm not.
Same.
Even when I was young, I was like,
yeah.
I would just get my mom to take my cameras and take pictures of me. That was.
Oh, and I thought you were saying you'd get your mom to hold it so it looked like you were taking a selfie.
No. She would. We would go out and get dressed up, and she would do like photos on my cameras.
That's funny. All right. Well, Frig, I guess we should
say peace out.
We'll be back in our editing hub, or not editing hub, studio. I don't know. Setup. My brain is rotten.
Okay.
Okay.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.